Okay, good evening, copier pundits and other YouTubers and other people that most of society think are sub-outs. Well, we're not really sub-outs, it's just a silly misconception. Alright, we're just going to have some more party raving good time. You wouldn't believe it, there's a party going on outside a gathering, usual stuff, Don't talk too loud. It's a neurotypical gathering. Suburbanite gathering. Oh, so well, I don't want to partake too much. Actually, funnily enough, one of them actually was interested and asked if I wanted to show some of my photocopy art to her. But the thing is, she said she wanted to have lunch first. I didn't want to impose. It's good. The thing is, it's always good not to impose if you can, because that's when you get labelled, even if you've got the biggest talent on earth, right? If you try and push it in people's faces, which I did for many years, decades, then you become what's known as a tool. But then I am a tool because, hey, I mean, even when I'm showing someone how to use a photocopier in the same method as a soft-guided photocopier would, well, you could say I am a tool because I'm being used. Hey, get it? Tool, get it? Well, a photocopier is a tool. I mean, just as much as a hammer is a tool, and a saw is a tool, and a screwdriver, well, technicians use them all the time, hey? But alright, a photocopier is a wholly complicated tool, probably one of the most complicated tools anyone on this earth could use. And I must say, if you're into science and physics and electricity and magnetism and just about everything else in between, well, there's a part for anything. You could even decide to specialise in different parts of the mechanism. You could say you could specialise in scanner. Some people like the printing section better. Some people could concentrate on designing a better paper feed or something, or a print engine. Oh, so many opportunities if you can join the photocopier league, But you've got to be into it right. You've got to be a tone ahead. You can't just be doing it for money or for some kind of other, sorry to say, selfish gain. You've got to basically be in it, and you've got to be doing all the other stuff, wanting to serve the people, even though the people have harmed us for so many decades. The thing is, we don't want to return that back in their faces. The only reason why we might do it now is because we just don't have anything to give. We get spitted, we get frustrated, but that's no excuse really. But it does happen, and the thing is, when we do get this thing underway, then we'll have something to give, and then that will be a peace offering, and hopefully then we'll have unity, full-on unity. Alright, now it's time for those of you enough of this jibber-jabber. Right, because most of us have Asperger's syndrome, and we're sick and tired of being just called, having the diagnosis, because we've got to put our favourite job or our favourite hobby on our badge. Even if you haven't got a job, you've got to give yourself a name that correlates. So I call myself a photocopier, or I call myself a self-guided photocopier, or I call myself a photocopier freak, or whatever. But I mean, it's still Asperger's syndrome. I'm proud to have that too, you can be proud of that. But the thing is, it's good to be able to have your favourite hobby printed on your badge and have it more personalised. Alright, let's go. Let's have a bit of music. Let's play the song by Rick Call, The Moog Cookbook. Okay, there's a lot of Moog fans out here. This one here is, that's the 1-year-old Space band there. This is like Futurism. This came out in 1997. And the song we're going to play is called Born to Be Wild. And this sounds really, really rip snorter. Yep. You can almost imagine I've got memories on my hard drive of the old days of the copier industry, like pulling an old copier hard drive out and seeing what's on there. Well, they've only had hard drives, I think, since 2002, but you can just imagine it's just stuck in there like memories. Alright, time to go. Although 97 was a pretty bad time for photocopiers anyway. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get to play Born to Be Wild. Okay! Dedicated to you, Luigi Benedict. Hang on. Oh, actually no, it's Hotel California I've just clicked onto. This is like the electronic version of Hotel California. It's actually quite a sad song. I mean, a lot of people like the church say it's a demonic song, but the thing is, songs like that I believe are actually telling like truth about things, like truth that's not pleasant. The thing is, you got to not get into the song in that vein, but it talks about a song that talks about evil and about sadness and how depressing it is. If you're a person who's got Asperger's syndrome, and it seems to have hit the copier community really hard, my mother is affected by it. It's a curse. It's always to do about money, about us trying to stop the money gods from interfering with mankind. I mean, this is quite a humorous rendition of Hotel California, but you can imagine if you're a copier pundit, and you imagine you're thinking of, wow, you have a nice big room full of copiers, and then all of a sudden, zip, something went horribly wrong, and you end up in a housing department or housing estate, which is absolutely hellish, right? You've got warriors and fuse who lost your fun. The thing is, it's like a circus, like a horror movie. Oh dear. So this is not a celebratory dance, I don't think exactly. I mean, tongue in cheek. This is like the copying industry. It's become a real macabre sort of a circus or a macabre fun park scene, complete with ugly clowns laughing. That sort of thing. It's not funny really, but it's a way of dealing with the past. This sort of this time is therapeutic sometimes. There's a bit of a boogie scene in there, a bit of moment of positive thinking. We go, oh yeah, we're gonna have a bit of fun at the photocopier. We're gonna fight our photocopier world. We're gonna get a job in the industry. We're gonna try so hard, and we're boogieing around. There's a bit of hope. They have momentarily positive thinking, positive glimmer of hope. You're gonna find your little heaven on earth. So you think. You try to find a partner, try to have sex on a copier, but something goes horribly wrong. And then you get back to this horrible, macabre fairground sound, complete with a laughing clown, the ghost trains that catch fire, just like, oh shit. It's not nice. Now, I just hope those watching this is not actually affected by this disease, because if they're actually affected by this, I suggest they turn it off. Because it's okay to listen, it's good to listen to it after you've been cured, but if you're not being cured, this is not a good thing to listen to, it's very depressing. There's a bit of tragedy in this one, I don't want to cry. Got a copy of Dystopia. Futurism gone haywire. You can imagine this is Luigi. Oh dear, this sounds like virus-written copier software to me. Viruses. Shit, pardon me. Oh dear, I think the copier industry just died. Hey, you're getting a bit mad. We're going to try and get you fun now. Just a bit of momentary positivity. The old squelches down to the motor, the cyber, okay. So we go through moments of we get depressed, then we go up again, we're trying to reboot the system. We're trying to reboot, but the numbers keep clicking over. It's like a machine, right? I've seen these big touch panels in Officeworks, which run the copiers, and they're running on I think Windows 8 or Windows 7, and when it malfunctions, it sometimes has this reboot sequence where it goes 10, 9, it counts down and it tries to reboot itself, and it keeps doing it, and it rarely gets the reboot. It has to be rebooted by I don't understand, it's really bad design. First try knows what I'm about. And it's like, it's trying to reboot itself, it's going through a reboot sequence, it's going down and it thinks, and when it's trying to reboot, it's thinking, hold this thought, okay, I'm going to reboot myself, we're going to reboot ourselves, and then all of a sudden it doesn't work, it goes back down the counter again, click. But anyway, so it's only funny when you can actually be cured of this condition. It's the way it's sort of tongue-in-cheek. Irony, copier, fix love, irony, toner heads, copier, culture gone dark. We want many of the toner heads, watch their world through television, just like in many of those neuromantic dystopic songs. Oh crap, we're talking through the machine wheel now. Welcome to where? Welcome to our nightmare. I say welcome, tiny heads. Oh dang, we're locked up in the machine now. We lost our humanness. Oh, look, there's a bit of popcorn. Oh, a classic. Oh, that song freaked me out when I was a kid. Oh, yeah. 1970s, eh? Damn it, the 90s were a copy of the 1970s. That's why I like the 90s. We can bring it back. Bring back photocopy art. Bring back fun. 1990s. Oh, what a copy of freaks are going loopy now. Going off their head. They're pulling tons and smoking marijuana, trying to get them the memories of... Yeah. Let's design a copier system. Whoa, how do we design a copier system? We're pulling cones, mate. It's just in our heads. Oh, putts. Anyway. It's really macabre stuff, really. Yeah, funny, you know, as I said, it's not funny if you... Oh, dang, I've got to turn the sucker off. But it's basically not funny when you're going through the condition, right? When you're feeling like, you know, you're... Oh, man. It's really sick, you know, like... And that's the thing, there's hope for us guys, you know, because, you know, the thing is, if I'm going to, what I'm going to try and do is get the media involved, and then people who see this artwork, I reckon, can be cured of this thing. And now, you know, the thing is that, so if you believe in possession and demons and that, well, I must admit, my synopsis is, it's real. I mean, I've seen people go mad and, you know, but the thing is, I don't want to, you know, there's hope for you guys, it's not your fault. Because we're on the front line, and, you know, you've ever heard of money being so, well, you can see what money does to people's heads, right? But there's something controlling the money god. The money god they're controlling, and the money gods will do anything to interfere with anyone who's been dispatched to fix this problem. Now, this is a big problem that's been going on for a long time and has not been fixed for hundreds of years, and those who've been toner heads have been involved. I mean, the thing is, if once we toner heads get established, the ones who've survived, well, we'll be able to say we'll be the most blessed among all earthly creatures, but it's come at a price, put it this way. You know, a lot of the time, if you suffer so much, and again, someone won't see a self-guided photocopier. Many of them are very old and have nearly died, or they have died, and I really mourn those people who died in that circumstance. As I said, I've got a friend called Shannon, right? Well, she's dead now, but she died in Christmas Eve '92. And I think she was a toner head, but she didn't recognise it, and I didn't recognise it either. And she was going through all sorts of depressions and anxieties. And she also was, one thing to note also is that people who've got this problem are also people who've been through, like, abuse. Like, it could be from their father, it could be from anyone, you know, sexual abuse, you know, some kind of bullying activity. So chances are, if you've been through that, you know, it's not your fault. But I'll tell you one thing, it's not a pleasant thing to be caught up in that. And it's in your head, right? But you can't get it out. It's like a virus on your computer. You know, they're very hard to dispatch, you know, like... But, you know, apparently... but anyway, that just happens, you know. You've been born into this copier junket. Well, just like you've been enlisted in an army, you've been enlisted in an army, but it's okay, you know, you love your photocopiers, that's why, it's a reward, but at the same time you've been interfered with, and if you've been repaired, if you've come out of the funk, well, you can actually listen to stuff like this and with a new spin on it and see it as a form of ironic sense of humour, right? But you can't listen, I don't think you should listen to it when you're in a fifth sense because it make your condition worse.